hues. She possessed a rare power, control over shadows, while her abilities made her a figure of fear. She was a devoted protector of her kingdom and her people. One day, a war broke out between humans and fairies. The humans, greedy for magical resources, invaded the forest armed with weapons of iron. In her quest for peace, Maleficent decided to approach the humans for negotiations. However, they betrayed her, capturing her and binding her in iron chains, poisonous to her magic. For months, Maleficent remained imprisoned. Her heart, once filled with love and compassion, gradually turned to anger and resentment. When she finally escaped, the golden shimmer of her wings had dulled, and her powers were now steeped in dark magic. Returning to her kingdom, she found it in ruins. The humans had ravaged the forest, leaving her people scattered and broken, overwhelmed with grief and fury. Maleficent cast a powerful curse over all of their relief, plunging the realm into eternal darkness. Crops withered, rivers dried up, and shadows whispered her name everywhere. In the face of this despair, a brave human girl named Eleonora stepped forward. She was a healer, gifted with the rare magic of light. Eleonora saw Maleficent not as a monster, but as a wounded soul, determined to uncover the truth and restore balance between the two worlds. She ventured into the shadowed forest. Eleonora approached Maleficent not with weapons, but with empathy. She spoke of the pain and losses both sides had endured and revealed a startling truth. It was not humans, but members of Maleficent's own court who had betrayed her, driven by greed for power. Hearing this, Maleficent's rage began to wane. She made a pact with Eleonora. She would aid in restoring peace between their worlds, but only if Eleonora proved her courage and loyalty. Together, they embarked on a journey to heal the corruption of the forest, confront the traitors, and undo the curse. Along the way, Maleficent rediscovered hope and forgiveness, while Eleonora learned to harness her light magic to heal wounds and mend broken hearts. At last, Maleficent lifted the curse and sunlight returned to Erilith. Though peace was restored, Maleficent chose to remain in the shadowed forest, serving as its silent guardian. Eleonora, forever changed by the journey, became a bridge between humans and fairies, fostering trust and unity. Thus, the tale of Maleficent, the guardian of shadows, was born, a story of pain, forgiveness, and the healing power of compassion.
Land where light and darkness existed in perfect balance, the shadowwood forest was the heart of the mysterious and unseen few dared to enter, for it was said the forest was guarded by Maleficent, the keeper of shadows. She was a powerful sorceress with horns like a crown and wings as vast as the night sky. Her presence was both feared and misunderstood.
Centuries ago, Maleficent had been a protector of harmony, ensuring that the shadows remained gentle and the light did not scorch the earth. But humans, hungry for power, invaded the Shadowwood, seeking to harness its magic. They tore down ancient trees and imprisoned creatures of the dark, tipping the balance. Maleficent, outraged by their greed, unleashed her fury. With a wave of her staff, she cloaked the land in eternal twilight, swearing never to let the light fully dominate again. To the villagers, she became a villain, but to the creatures of the forest, she was their savior. Years later, a young girl named Alara, born with a streak of silver in her hair, Shadowwood. She had heard tales of the Keeper of Shadows, but believed Maleficent was the only one who could save her people from a new threat, the Sunborn King. The king had discovered a way to harness the sun's magic, burning forests and draining rivers to fuel his golden empire. Alara carried an enchanted mirror given by her grandmother, a relic said to reflect the truth. She hoped it could convince Maleficent to aid her. Alara found Maleficent deep within the forest, seated on the throne of roots and shadow. The sorceress was every bit as magnificent and intimidating as the stories claimed. Why have you come here, child? Maleficent's voice was cold, but laced with curiosity. Alara held up the mirror. Because your darkness is the only thing that can stop the Sunborn King. He will destroy us all, including the forest. Maleficent laughed bitterly.
And why should I care for those who once sought to destroy my home?
Alara's courage did not falter. Because even shadows need a place to exist. Without balance, there will be nothing left. The mirror began to glow, reflecting Maleficent's true heart, a protector, not a destroyer. Moved by the girl's bravery and truth, Maleficent agreed to help, though she warned the cost of balance is great. Are you prepared to pay it? Together, Maleficent and Alara confronted the Sunborn King. Maleficent summoned swords and shadows, while Alara used the mirror to weaken the king's blinding light. But the king's power was immense, and the battle seemed hopeless until Alara made a desperate choice. She shattered the mirror, releasing its magic. The light and shadow collided in a blinding explosion, restoring balance to the land but costing Alara her life. Maleficent mourned the brave girl who had reminded her of her purpose. To honor Alara, she planted a silver tree at the heart of Shadowwood, its leaves glowing with an eternal shimmer. Alara found Maleficent deep within the forest, seated on a throne of roses, seated on a throne of ways to harness the sun's magic. Running through Shadowwood, she was really set to reflect the truth. She only one shimmer of twilight. The Sunborn King's empire crumbles, and the balance between light and darkness was restored. Maleficent, once feared as a villain, became a legend, a keeper not of shadows alone, but of harmony. And so the Shadowwood Forest remained a sanctuary, a story whispered by those who dared to believe in both the light and the dark. Until the Shadowed Forest remained a sanctuary, its story whispered by those who dared to believe in both the light and the dark. and Maleficent was feared as a villain, became a legend, a keeper not of shadows alone, but of harmony. And so the Shadowwood Forest remained a sanctuary, a story whispered by those who dared to believe in both the light and the dark. Those the light and the dark.
क्या हाल है? आज तुम बड़े जल्दी ऑफिस आ गए हाँ? सैलरी कट
After restoring Tifidi's heart and bringing life back to the ocean, Moana returned to Motunui, where she resumed her role as chief, but the ocean had more plans for her. One moonlit night, as the waves shimmered with an eerie glow, the ocean called to Moana once again. They revealed the location of a hidden island, Vihinui, said to hold ancient relics that could either protect the seas or bring destruction if they fell into the wrong hands. Moana set out on her canoe with Kua and Hei for company. And to her surprise, Maui appeared from the skies, his hook glowing. The ocean told me you need help, he said with a grin. What trouble are we in this time? The journey to Vihinui was treacherous. They faced a massive sea storm conjured by sea spirits who guarded the island. Moana, using her bond with the ocean, calmed the storm, proving her worth to the spirits. When they reached Vihinui, they found a labyrinth filled with glowing carvings and puzzles. Each test required courage, wisdom, and trust between Moana and Maui. At the heart of the labyrinth, they discovered the relics, shimmering shells that contained the essence of the ocean's power. But they weren't alone. A cunning trickster named Rako, who had been following them, tried to steal the relics for himself. Moana and Maui worked together, combining her quick thinking and his shape-shifting abilities to outwit Rako. In the end, Moana entrusted the relics to the ocean. With her bond stronger than ever, Moana knew this was only the beginning of her adventures. As they sailed back to Motunui, Maui smiled and said, "You know you're not too bad for a mortal." Moana laughed, "And you're not too bad for a demigod." With their bond stronger than ever, Moana knew this was only the beginning of her adventures. Long ago, in a realm divided between the majestic Moors and the human kingdom, there lived a powerful and enigmatic fairy named Maleficent. With her great black wings and horned crown, she was both feared and revered as the protector of the Moors. A mystical land filled with magical creatures and ancient secrets. Maleficent was once a creature of joy and light, with a radiant spirit that matched the beauty of the land she guarded. She spent her days flying through enchanted forests, befriending the Fae and guiding the balance of nature. Among the Moors' inhabitants, she was a beacon of strength and kindness. However, her peaceful life took a dark turn when Stefan, a human boy she once loved, betrayed her for power. Desiring the throne of the human kingdom, Stefan tricked Maleficent, severing her wings in an act of cruel ambition. Broken and embittered, Maleficent withdrew into the shadows of her realm, her heart hardened by the betrayal. Years later, Stefan, now king, and his queen welcomed a child. Princess Aurora, fueled by anger and a desire for retribution, Maleficent cursed the infant to fall into an eternal sleep on his 16th birthday. A curse that only true love's kiss could break. A concept she believed to be a cruel illusion. But as the years passed, Maleficent found herself drawn to Aurora, who grew with the
climactic moment of redemption. Maleficent sought to undo the curse, but her power was not enough. However, her genuine love for Aurora, a love as pure as the bond between a guardian and child, manifested in an unexpected way. As Maleficent kissed Aurora on the forehead, the curse broke, proving that love transcends vengeance and bitterness. Aurora became queen, uniting the human kingdom, and the Moors in peace. Maleficent, restored to her true self, became the dark guardian of the Moors once more, a symbol of strength, forgiveness, and the power of love. And so Maleficent's tale was no longer one of hatred and revenge, but of healing and redemption. A story of how even the darkest heart can find the light again.
Once upon a time, in a forest where sunlight danced through emerald leaves, there was a small village surrounded by towering trees and sparkling streams. At the heart of the village lived a young girl named Lyra who had the most extraordinary gift. Her voice, every time she sang, the flowers would bloom, the rivers would hum, and the stars would shine brighter. But Lyra was not like other villagers. She had been found as a baby in a cradle woven from golden vines. At the edge of the forest, the villagers adored her, but she often felt drawn to the woods, as though they were calling her home.